We're gonna be reacting to Be It Made. It's right there. Right there. We're gonna be watching embarrassingly dumb ways people have died. Darwin Award winners. But anyway, let's get started. Let's get this video. Let's get cracking.
Big bada boom. Big bada boom. Okay.
We're also going to be breaking down these dumb ways.
Nope, I'm not going insane. So
we're also going to be breaking down what went wrong.
On a piece of land near your home, what would you do? A. Call the authorities and alert them to the situation. B. Pick them up, cart them around, and attempt to bury them. I'll give you a few.
Well, in this case, I probably would just call the authorities, still let them know about it. Even if you have like experience in doing this, you probably would still call the authorities.
Seconds to contemplate.
I think you just choose A.
Are we done? Cool. So the answer is obviously A, right?
Yes.
No one in their right mind would try to handle them, let alone bury them, unless they knew what they were doing, right? Right? Okay, good. I'm not going insane. Why did I ask? Oh, because back in 2004, a gentleman in Chiavenna, Italy, did just that. He discovered some old sticks of dynamite in an abandoned shack.
I'd literally put these back.
Experience of working with explosives before, so decided instead of calling the authorities, he could handle the situation himself. Unfortunately for him, this dynamite had been sitting around for a long time and was sweating nitroglycerin, a highly unstable liquid component of this type of explosive. Unaware of how volatile these explosives now were, our man set about attempting to bury them.
This was how he did. This was what he did.
He dug a 30-foot hole, carefully placed
My
the dynamite
God.
in it, and then gently filled it in. However, when
Really?
he tried to flatten the earth mound he'd created by patting it down, the compression triggered the dynamite.
Yeah, that's basically what happens. Dynamite, like any type of explosive, is like very super sensitive. Like one hard hit on it, it's basically gonna explode. Like no joking, you'd probably be gone. You could survive it, but with the amount of TNT that was in the video, I don't think that's survivable. Don't think that's survivable. Yet not at all.
Got the home. There's a special circle of hell for people who hurt animals, in my opinion.
Ouch.
But there's another circle for those who pick on the wrong animal and lose, where they're mocked for all eternity. And that's the internet. Back in February 2023, the Brioshka Recreation Center in Omsk, Siberia, had a surprise guest for a children's event being held there, a Bactrian camel.
A Bactrian camel.
Those things, however, was not as
those things were like weigh like 1,000. Must have to weigh like 1,000 pounds. When I first see these things, must have to weigh like 1,000 pounds. Because this is what's going to happen in the next video.
Its handler tried to drag it towards the event through a patch of snow outside the center, but the camel was having none of it. Getting increasingly frustrated, the handler...
This would not be the first thing I do. I try and lure it with like the food it loves, like carrots. This is it, like camels love carrots. I don't know. I don't really know. No, whatever. This would not be like the first thing I do. if I don't want to get on this camel's like bad side. Sorry, but let's see what happens.
Resorted to violence, repeatedly striking the animal in the head. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen an adult Bactrian camel, but these things are huge. They're 6 foot tall at the shoulder and weigh in around 1,000 pounds.
That's like, these things are no
And while
joke.
they look pretty chill, they can become
I'd want to get on the
aggressive.
camel's good
So
side
picking
and
a
let
fight with one is not a smart move, as this guy quickly discovered. After landing the second blow, the camel suddenly responded by biting, mauling, trampling, and flinging the handler around like a rag doll, as he was obviously no match for the massive.
Yeah, obviously not. You obviously don't want to get on the camel's good side. If you don't cause it trouble, then the camel won't give you trouble either. Yeah, I want to like try and get on the camel's good side.
Beast. After the handler stopped moving, the camel went back to being a typical chill camel, as if nothing had happened. Needless to say, after being pummeled by a beast more
Yeah, this is like a really bad idea. But like on to the next one.
fast food fake. You know, considering how many of us indulge in fast food every day, the people flipping your burgers and making your pizzas really don't make enough money. But in a bid to make more cash, one pair of fast food managers ended up getting way more than they bargained for. This was back in the year 2000, when the night and day managers of a Burger King in Indianapolis came up with a plan to stage a robbery of the store they worked for.
What?
The day manager would steal $4,000 in cash.
This is a terrible idea.
Tying up the night manager in the walk-in freezer and setting a small fire in a wastebasket, making it look like the robbers had also tried to burn the place down. The fire alarm would go off, and when the fire brigade arrived, the night manager would tell them it was a robbery, and no one would think the pair of them had taken the money. This might have been a plan that worked if the day manager hadn't messed up. They set the wastebasket on fire, but it was barely a smolder, which didn't set off any of the fire alarms. It wasn't until the morning crew came in and the rush of air from the open door sparked the smoldering embers to burst into flames that the firefighters were called. Only in the freezer, suffering from extreme hypothermia. As you can guess, she didn't make it to the hospital. But after realizing that the night manager's...
Okay, this is literally the worst idea I've ever seen. You do not do that. That's like the worst idea ever. Forever. That's like the worst idea you could ever do. It's like the worst idea. Okay, like that's like super illegal to be doing, but yeah. I'm so glad like the other, like, I'm gonna like spoil it a little bit, but the other manager gets like arrested. Gets arrested, I think. I could be wrong. I could be like completely wrong.
Findings were loose enough for her to
Just
have
hold on.
gotten free, and that she could have escaped from the unlocked freezer. They began to suspect foul play. It wasn't long before they approached the day manager, who not only still had the cash on them, but had incriminated.
Oh my god, you are literally the biggest idiot. Did you not see what was going on or something? Like, you could have left that in your in the car. Or no one would have suspected a thing.
Stashed it in a Burger King bag.
That's like terrible.
If you're going to be dumb,
that's like foul play. That's foul play right there.
To try a plan like this, at least be smart enough not to get caught. Cycle blame. Okay, cyclists of the world.
Alright, then we're gonna watch one more.
Most drivers hate us. That's no secret.
Yeah.
We're much slower than them. Some of us take a
well, look, it's not that easy climbing up hills when it comes to bicycling, unlike your regular ass snowmobile. Slowmobile.
We need to do better. Starting with paying attention.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you might end up like this next award winner.
Yeah, you might end up like this dumbass.
In 1997, a cyclist in Sorocaba, Brazil, put his Walkman headphones on and set off on his bicycle. He was happily listening to his tunes, making his way through the city, when he decided to take a shortcut to his destination.
This is a terrible idea. I mean, like, did he not see signs or anything? Like, how can you not be paying attention at all? How could you not be paying, like, paying zero attention? Okay? I will listen to anything and be aware of my surroundings. Like, I listen to some music, but I'm not... And I'm able to be aware of my surroundings. Like, you can't be that... You couldn't be this distracted. There's no way you were that distracted with your music then you weren't able to see it.
Nation.
So we'll just watch what
Absorbed in his
happens.
music, he pedaled on, blissfully unaware of his surroundings, when, all of a sudden, he was knocked off his bike by an oncoming plane.
I'm guessing he got like
Yeah, The
shredded,
shortcut this guy had decided to take led across Sorokaba
and you didn't even
Airport's
see it.
landing strip,
There's
and
no
with his
way you
music
could have
blaring,
seen
he
it.
hadn't heard the twin-prop plane approaching the runway to land. He crossed its path at exactly the wrong time, and, needless to say, he didn't
I'm
survive.
sorry, but you're
While
literally
there's at
just.
least one
I'm
important
just
lesson
sorry.
for all
I'm so
cyclists here,
sorry.
Not everything is a cycle lane.
I'm sorry. You like literally just don't even care. Like what? What? Well, that was incredibly dumb. Incredibly dumb. So incredibly dumb. Nah.